Hey everybody, welcome to the nightly vid. We're going to see SPY today. It did start as a gap up and a 2 to the upside on Monday. So the question is, do we reconfirm or negate Monday's direction? We're a little closer to negating by going 2 to reversal back down. So that's something we want to know. On a 60 basis, you're going to see there's a bit of a hammer here. So we'll see tomorrow how we open up. But we are starting the second week of the new year with a little bit of broadening formation in here, starting as a 2-2 reversal week. If we go and take a look here, you see it is 2-2 back up. Question is, can we stay above that, right? Unless we start failing back below 592, 58 with the 2-2 on a Tuesday, we'd say that's still an in-force signal. So we will see. That being said, Dow Jones, you'll notice closer to the 1-2-2 on a Tuesday below 426.10. So having a little bit of problems in there potentially. If we go to IWM, you're going to see a bit of a range here, goes sideways, slight higher highs, potentially followed by the 2-2 reversal on a Tuesday. So again, potentially some issues. And then Qs was the strongest today. So if things are going to stay strong, the Qs, you can see it did fully reverse at the end of the day. But nonetheless, similarly slight shooter. And when we look at the tech and semis, you're going to see they gapped up the most and they did hold that. They just didn't go anywhere. They went up and then came back down and kind of sitting. So we'll see what comes of that. Now, when we do take a look across the market, you're going to see healthcare's very similar to the IWM, closer to the 2-2 back down on Tuesday, pivot machine gun. So if we are weak tomorrow below this, healthcare's, we want to know about that, 138.57. In the financials, you're going to see the same Dow Jones type setup with the Rev Strat in here, the 3122 pivot machine gun. So again, potentially they have some issues there. Regional banks, you have the shooter counter hammer 222, Randy Jackson. So 2 down, 2 up, and then the 2 back down below this, 60.48. And you're just gonna see this kind of across the board. Home builders, right? The 3122 Rev Strat, so some slightly higher highs. And then below this, you get the pivot machine gun, 104.40. So you're going to have a lot of stuff to be looking at. And when we go and take a look, not only is it going to be across that, but we'll see 2-2s in industrials, in the transports, IYT. We will see it in energies, XLE, OIH, XOP, all closer to 2s back down on Tuesday. So a little bit of problems there. Let me go and show you the news list this week, and then we're going to get talking to specific setups. So you're going to see, obviously, on Friday, we'll have the non-farm employment change. That's something we want to be aware of. And then you'll have some ADP non-farm employment on Wednesday. Also, we'll be aware of that. And then JOLTS on Tuesday. So as far as Tuesday is concerned, 9 a.m., that's when we're going to have some stuff coming out. And then obviously we'll have our crude inventory, natural gas numbers and stuff coming out as well. And some Fed speakers Thursday. But nonetheless, we'll be aware of those red folders and when those are coming out. And as far as setups into tomorrow are concerned, we're going to take a look at first the high volume names, and hopefully we'll see kind of a trend. In the Dow Jones, you're going to see SHW, the 3122, which would reconfirm the break that we potentially see in the Dow Jones below 337.02. In the Dow Jones, you're going to see CAT 3122 on a Tuesday below 362.62 with a magnitude to take out 358.09. In the Dow Jones, you'll see inside 122 on a Tuesday setting up in triple M, although we will be aware it's still opening inside week and opening, still mother bar of the month. So not the best one there, but we will see. Then you're going to see Disney, the potential shooter counters hammer 122 below this 110.90. And what that would do is cause you to go 2 down on the month, although you got a lot of range if they're actually going to, bring her down, but could cause some issues in Disney. There are no bullish setups in the Dow. We do see 2 inside days, Visa inside day, and you'll notice in here, mother bar to this range, closer taking this stuff out to the downside, and Boeing inside day. I believe it might be a slight lower low here, but closer taking last week's lows and still inside month. So that's about it in the Dow Jones. In the NASDAQ to start off the new week, we do see a little bit of leading going on with the MicroStrategy. You're going to notice it took the 3122 week reversal to the upside this morning, and that's something we want to know about. It's part of your Bitcoin, which Bitcoin is the 3122 rev strat weekly to the upside as well and stronger. So there is going to be some focus there to start off the new week. We will also see then in some of the chips, ARM closing 2 up and green. So if things are going to continue tomorrow, would be there, as well as MU. We'll see 2-2 rev strat on the week, back through the scenario 3, opening 2 up and green to start the week on Monday. And that tells you things like Nvidia, which did go just under all-time highs, a little closer to reversing, but we'll see, as well as ASML. You're going to see going into recent highs, but back through previous range. If we look on a monthly basis, get a nice big triangle in here so you can see something like that. So we are starting to go back through. It's just, are we going to stay up there or not? Because you do have this sub try in here on the daily as well, as you can see in here. If we go to Marvell, you're going to see we'll have some of these guys in the chips that are closer to going 2s back down. But I just want to show you those were the leaders that we saw to start off the new week. Other actionable setups we will see in the tech with the rev strats, you'll see W day closer to the 122 reversal below 252.12, which would cause us to take the weekly 2 to the downside, which would cause us to trigger the monthly 322 reversal with full time frame continuity up to the year. You'll notice this reclaims all these guys, so potentially a little bit of weakness there. We will see as well GFS with the shooter rev strat on a Tuesday, potentially take out 4223, 4359 is the signal break. This would cause the potential 1-3 rev strat on the week. It is still mother bar here, so I'm going to start scraping the bottom of the barrel, but when you're mother bar like this, we can expect 2s to fail and come back the other way. So if that works, you might take out some guys. That being said, though, let's take a look and see, is there any setups to the upside setting up in the NASDAQ? So on the inside day list, they're very, very few. You're going to have CPRT. That's it. So you got the inside day CPRT, which would reconfirm an inside month and down reversal. And on a weekly basis, could cause the 2 down to make that happen. And you can see this 322 week is still 2 and working on taking these guys out. 55.17 is what you'd want to see. But that's all I see for the inside days. Only potential upside setup I'm seeing here is Dash with the hammer day in the NASDAQ. If things were to be strong above that, 175.36, and you'll see your broadening formation right here, the slight higher highs. You can see that pivot machine gun, they really took them out down in here, and now they're slowly walking them back up to the upside. So do we stay up there, or do they go 2-2 back through the triangle would be the question. But that's about all I'm seeing on NASDAQ. Given we have the healthcare sector PMG, we will see things like this. CI, the 322, setting up below 278.01, and this would cause the rev strat weak in the healthcare sector. We will also see Humana, potentially the 322, if the healthcare sector is going to get hit tomorrow with that PMG below this 263.21. And we will say, you can see that's still an inside month, so just be aware if that does not work, you are chopping yourself up in there. We will also see some 2 up in reds and some names we do know, like AbbVie, closer to, just see the triangle on the day in here, the 2-2 day back through previous range in here with DXCM. Oh, that's a good one. You see the triangle, the slight higher highs, and if you want to draw it off this, you can as well. But the 2-2 pivot machine gun below that, 79.66. And we will see AZN, potentially also pivot machine gun for a 2-2 on a Tuesday. So we'll definitely be keeping track of the healthcare sector. I really like that DXCM setup. But let me go and take a look, make sure we're not missing anything. And to end it off, we have a few things that are going shenanigans to start the week. DHAI is a pretty good start the week. You're going to see this quarterly 2-2 reversal. So we'll see if it wants to get better. 367 would be your magnitude. We will see Fubo on the gappers. Had a pretty good day today. So gaps up. What do you look for? Look for this. The 2-1-2 right here on the 30. And then off to the races they go all day on the gap list. And by the way, just an update. If you haven't seen, Elaine is going to be resigning for the time being. She has gotten a new job offer teaching, and it's going to be in conflict with her schedule. So we are going to be working on getting the gap list set up, hopefully automated, but for the time being, it's something I will be tracking myself. So if you're looking for the gap list, I will be posting those in the morning. That being said, there will be a few others in here, PTLE and GRRR. So PTLE goes inside day, and it's been pretty volatile recently. So an inside bar during volatility, either side of that gets your attention. It'd be 1078 and 850. And the last one, GRRR. You're going to see potentially Momo shoot down on a Tuesday below 1869, and look at the ranges on these, 40% in a day. So that's a good one to be watching intraday. It looks like it's moving pretty good. That being said, that is all I've got for your nightly vid tonight. So hope you guys enjoy. And if you have any suggestions or questions or anything, drop them in the comments below. If you're in stat trading, I'll see you guys bright and early in the morning, and hopefully you have a good rest of your week.